Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here. If you loved that 70s show, get ready. Because a while back it was rumored that, are they going to bring the show back on Netflix? They're going to do characters, and that was confirmed. And everyone was like, well, is Ashton coming back? Mila? Is the whole crew? Who's coming here? What's going on with the show? Today, we finally got some answers and one preview video. We're going to talk about that and more. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. So for those who don't know, I actually really punched the camera. For those who don't know that 70s show, it was not just the beginning of Ashton Kutcher and Mila's entire love, but also their careers. And that show was what we grew up on, and I love that show. It was such a great show. It was announced early on that they were bringing back a sequel, not a remake, but a sequel of that 70s show. Of course, everyone want to know who's going to be on there, what's going to be on there. Well, today, it was announced that they made agreement deals with a couple of the original cast members, and it's some of the big ones. I'm going to read it to you. So, for those who know Topher, Leia, Wilmer, Mila, and Ashton, they themselves have closed a deal with Netflix to have guest roles. Not permanent roles, just guest roles on the show. It could mean a few different things. They could be together as a group in the beginning, come back and forth. Let's go back to Full House, and they did Fuller House. Kind of like the same situation we're being told, where they're going to come back and forth in between episodes. Keep in mind, they film most of these episodes at the same time anyway, over the course of several weeks. So it is possible we could see them throughout the entire first season. It was confirmed that they started filming on February 1st, and it's only 10 episodes. So, we're now, April 30th? So you look at that and you say, well, it's possible that they maybe filmed all 10 and they all kind of went in and out. Well, those characters, which is Eric, Donna, Fez, Jackie, and Michael, will be on the show. And today we got a preview photo, which is also showing two more cast members who are coming back. It is Red and Kitty. Check out this photo. Now, they aged a lot since then, but they don't look that old. You know what I mean? Obviously, age-wise, they got older, but Kitty looks pretty. They kind of look the same. Red obviously lost a little bit here, but my gosh, now, you're probably saying this, but what is the whole thing behind it? You said this is a sequel, not a remake. Let me read to you what they put on here for the description. And this is going to get you really excited. Ready for this? It says, the 70s show's revival picks up 15 years after the original series ended on Fox. So 15 years after, we're talking about 1995, which is like, damn, man, you're talking about my decade. This is great. So there's going to be a lot of great references. Obviously, we all fell in love with that 70s show just because, the whole thing being set in the 70s, all the games, the things that as kids you grew up in the 70s where that made sense. So now that's in the 90s, they're aiming for my generation, which means I'm totally going to watch this. They said the year is 1995, and Eric and Donna's daughter, Leia, Eric and Donna's daughter, is visiting her grandparents of Red and Kitty for the summer, where she bonds with a new generation of Point Place kids. Okay, so it's like the same principle, but, they're bringing her to the grandparents' house. They're in the same neighborhood. Is it possible that, we're seeing some of the other cast members have kids that are coming back? We don't know yet. A lot of other. And it said they're going to be under the watchful eye of Red and Kitty. So it seems like Red and Kitty are the main characters, or the main focal point that came back from the other show, and will be babysitting, essentially, throughout the entire summer, where then Leia will come over, and she will go ahead and, have the whole kids come in and do the whole experience of being in the basement and all the goofiness, but to be a little more updated, but not updated because it's still 95. I love this. I think this is the best outcome we can have for this show. Because it was always a playoff of the past. And it's still in the past. It's a more updated version of the past. And you can see the hairstyle of what Kitty looks like. She looks like a mom from the 90s, right? Do you remember that? My mother had the dark hair down here and it was really puffy out. So, just looking at this photo, this looks like this is obviously the 4th of July because Kitty has the American flags on here. But I am so excited. They have the 90s wallpaper, which is like, oh my mother had something similar to that, but it was blue. So I'm really excited about the revival. Are you? Let me know in the comment section. That's all the details we have. Those are all the photos. I'm assuming in the coming weeks we'll get a little bit more, but I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. Stay safe. See you later. Bye.